Hello dear students, we were discussing about steps of curriculum development and already we have discussed about the formulation of educational objective in detail. That was the first step of curriculum development, that is the formulation of educational objective. Now we are moving to the second step of curriculum development, that is the selection of learning experiences. Okay, second step is selection of learning experiences. So now we can start with what is a learning experience. So learning experience is defined as deliberately planned experiences in selected situations where students actively participate, interact, and which results in desirable changes of behavior in the students. So learning experience, it is the planned experiences in selected situations. So these are some of the activities, some of the experiences which are provided in selected situations. So selection of the learning experience is also done by the teacher, and the area or the situation in which the teacher or the student is providing the experience is also planned by the school or college or by the teacher. So these experiences where the student has to participate in that particular experience, interact with the experience, and as a result of this interaction activity, the desirable change in behavior which we set in the first step of educational objective or the first step of curriculum development is happening. So the desirable change of behavior already we set in the first step, that is a formulation of educational objective. So according to that, what behavior we want to execute in the student, this will be actively happening in this learning experience. Okay, so this is about the learning experience, deliberately planned experiences in selected situations where students actively participate, interact, and which result in desirable changes of behavior in the students. Okay, so that is about the learning experiences. So selection of learning situations together with the corresponding learning activities will comprise the learning experiences. So both are very important. The situation where the learning happening and the activity which leads to learning, both are connected and both are learning experiences. Okay, situation where the activity is performed, so learning activity and the learning situation all together we name as learning experiences. Okay, for example, theory classes, the classroom environment. Okay, the clinical experience means the clinical area where we are posting plus the activity the student which is performed in that particular clinical area, both together or both can be named as learning experiences. Okay, so next we can see the principles to be followed in the selection of learning experiences. Principles to be followed in the selection of learning experiences. So all learning needs should be in relation to the selected objectives. So whenever we are planning or selecting the learning experiences, we have to keep in mind the selected objectives. So in the previous stage of development, stage of curriculum development or step of curriculum development, we already have a list of objectives, the central objectives and the specific objectives, and based on that we have to select the learning experience. Okay, the second principle which we want to keep in mind when we are selecting the learning experiences, learning activities should be in relation to those real life situations where the students are expected to practice after being qualified. So every time we have to give activity which is real life situation should be provided, and real activities should be provided to the students so that after their qualification they should be able to perform that activity in their own real life. Okay, so that scenarios or the situations or the activities situations which we are provided, everything should be real so that they are able to perform it in real life situations. Okay, after their qualification. The next principle, the third principle is selection should be in a manner that there is an effective integration between theory and practice. So the theory knowledge what we are providing in the classroom and the practice what they are performing in the clinical area should be properly selected and it should be integrated properly, and there should be a proper integration between the clinical side and the theoretical knowledge. Okay, so what we are practicing in the clinical area really that should be taught in the theory classes also. So that is the integration between theory and practice. So that is a third principle of selection of learning experiences. The fourth principle says that reactions sought must be within the range of possibility for the students concerned. So whenever we are trying to bring about some desired changes in behavior, when we are making some change in behavior, it should be according to the possibility of the student. Okay, and the activity when we are providing to the student in a situation, it should be according to the level of the student, according to the possibility of the student. Okay, the activities which can be given for the BSc nursing students will be differing to the MSc nursing students. So we have to consider the possibility of any activity. Okay, the same learning experience will result in several outcomes, and several learning experiences may bring out the same outcome. So this we have to keep in mind when we are selecting the learning experience. So one learning experience may give several outcome, and the several learning experience may give same outcome. For example, when we are posting a student in a casualty, after getting a proper exposure in the casualty emergency department for a particular student, several outcomes may be present. Okay, care of burns, care of cardiology patients, care of wounds, multiple outcomes can be expected. And also the same learning experience also will several learning experience also will give the same outcome. Okay, when we are posted in a surgical ward, wound dressing can be performed in different learning experiences will give different or same outcome in a particular situation. So both should be considered, that same learning experience will result in several outcome and several learning experience may bring about the same outcome. So both can be considered. So rich experiences should be provided to the student. Learning experiences should be selected in such a way that learners are constantly motivated. Okay, so every time we have to give motivating learning experiences for the students. Okay, every time they should keep in touch, they should give some motivation, they have to understand what are the things which are provided and what is the importance of these all activities. So then only when they are understanding the importance, the students will be performing it better, motivated to the activities better. So that is the next principle, sixth principle of selection of learning experience. That is, learning experiences should be selected in such a way that learners are constantly motivated. Learning experiences should be planned and organized. Learning experiences should be planned and organized. So whenever we are providing any activity, any situation for the student, it should be well planned, well organized, whether these objectives which we have set, whether it is matching with the experience, that we have to think in advance. Learning is enhanced by utilizing a wide variety of teaching learning methods. So learning experiences includes the teaching learning methods also. So we have to use variety of teaching learning methods. Okay, not only the lecture methods, the videos or the demonstration, but also the abilities of the student also should be activated by using different innovative teaching learning methods. Students will learn effectively if the experiences are satisfactory to them. So whenever we are talking to the students, whenever we are providing the learning experiences, it should give some satisfaction for the students. Then they will be learned effectively, or they will be learned better if it is giving satisfaction for the students. Learning experience should consider the student's ability to undergo the desired change in behavior. So we have to consider that we have already set a objective, and we have to keep in mind that whether the child or the student is having the ability to undergo that behavior, okay, the change in behavior, whether the student can perform, whether the student is able, so that we have to consider. Learning experiences selected should not be beyond the particular stage of development of the student. So whenever we are setting objectives, and also importantly the learning experience, whether the student is able to do according to the stage of development of the students, okay, that we have to consider. So whether the student is just plus 2, after that first year student, or the second year student, or the BSc nursing student, or MSc nursing student, so according to the level of the student, according to the developmental age of the student, we have to give the learning experience for the student. Learning experiences selected should be according to the needs of the students, and every student should be given similar experiences. So we have to consider the needs of the student, and every student should give equal and the similar experiences. The same experience should be provided to everybody. If you are providing a theory class for 50 students, we have to give the same theoretical classes. And if we are giving a student clinical posting for the students, the same time, that is 2 weeks posting in a casualty, so every student should get the equal opportunity for the same experience. So that should be ensured. Learning experience selected should provide same or equal chances for all students. That is already we have discussed, that is the same chance, equal chance should be given to the all students. That is casualty posting of 2 weeks. The same area should be given for 2 weeks for all students. Okay, that is the learning experiences selected should provide same or equal chances for all students. So this till now we discussed about the principles of selection of learning experiences. Okay, thank you very much.